Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we've been learning about the graphing, or how you can draw a line for a linear equation. The graph is not easy topic, but I hope in this video you can understand more about the xy coordinate. So what is the xy coordinate? The xy coordinate is the two lines being perpendicular in this form. The vertical line and horizontal line. They will be normal or perpendicular in the 0 point like this. The vertical line you have OY, and the horizontal line you have OX. And in this line you can divide by a ruler the same length from 1 to 0, from 0 to 1, from 1 to 2, and from 2 to 3. Maybe for x distance in here you can set up in your ruler is 1 centimeter, and this one is 4, here is 5, and go on. In the left hand side of OX axis, you can write down here is -1, -2, -3, and -4. The same thing for OY, the vertical line. You have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. For the below, you got -1, -2, and -3. After this step, you already set up XOY coordinate. And from this video, I want to introduce you about the point. The point is mean, example, point A, 1 and 3. So what does it mean 1 and 3? The number 1 here will tell you about x coordinate, and the number 3 will tell you about y coordinate. It means in x coordinate you will determine where is value of 1. I have 1 in here, and for y coordinate you got 3 in here, and then from 1 you make a perpendicular or parallel to y in this one, and from number of 3 you will draw parallel or x-axis, and you can determine here is point A. So how about point B? -1 and -2. So x will be -1. It means in x-axis here is -1 and here is -2. Make true line like this. So in this one you got the point of B. So example, one more example, example 3, you got 3, -2. So 3 is x-axis, 3 in here, -2 in here, and from these 2 points you determine where is number C. That is XOY coordinates, and a little bit more about points. That is too not difficult, right? So from A or B you can draw a line like this, and the line will have equation, and the form of this equation is y equal to mx plus c, and this is maybe the difficult for you in this video. So what is y equal to mx plus c? So let's take example. You can see example A is point 1, 2, 1, 3, and the point B is 3, 5. And you can see the line will be x plus 2. Okay. So you can see the coordinate of A is 1, 3, and 1 is x coordinate, and y is 3 is y coordinate. So example, you can substitute value of x is 1 in this position, and substitute number 3 for y in this equation, and you have the calculation is right. This calculation is right. 3 equal to not 1 plus 2, or you have y equal to 5 and 3 equal to x. Substitute x equal to 3, substitute y equal to 5 in this equation, and you also have you also have the right calculation. So this equation will be called equation of line AB. Equation of line AB. It means x coordinate of A and x coordinate of B will be satisfied for this equation. You substitute corresponding x and corresponding y, you will have the right calculation. Okay, so for this form, you can check this. 3, -3 and -1. Is C, B on this line? Another question about this. Does C lies on this line? Okay, let's check. So here value of x is -3, value of y is -1, and okay, you got plus C in here. So this calculation is right. So I make a conclusion. C lies on AB, or C lies on y equal to x plus C, because the coordinate x and the coordinate y of C satisfy this equation. Another example for 7, for D, 7 and 10. Okay, we substitute value of 10 for y and substitute value of 7 for x. You got this one. And because this calculation is doesn't right, so I can say that D doesn't lies on AB. Yeah, because the coordinate of D does not satisfy this equation. So that's why I have conclusion D doesn't lie on AB. Okay, that is the equation of line. So the form of equation is y equal to mx plus c. And now I want to tell you about the name of h1. M you have its gradient, and c is y-intercept. Remember this one first. Only m and c. So the first exercise about this, I just need you to determine which number is m and which number is c. Example 1. You got y equal to 5x plus c. 5x plus 6. So what is m and what is c? So corresponding to the place m multiply x, 5 multiply x, very easy for determine that m equal to 5. And of course c is equal to 6. So we finish this question. We determine already m and c. So question 2, you got -3 multiply x -5. So what is m? The m will be equal to -3 and c will be equal to not 5. It has to be -5 because this one is 5 and negative in this one. And from the formula you got it plus c. So another way for write out this equation, you can write out like -3x plus -5. That means -5 in this place. And of course from this form, very easy for finish, c equal to -5. Okay, question 3, you got 6x -7. So what is m? You got m equal to -3 and c equal to -7. Yeah, we done. So another question about this form, you will have something like this. The question will ask you about, so what is the gradient of this line? So what is the y-intercept of this line? Okay, so the gradient of this line will be followed by m. It means m. So m equal to 2. So that's why for this equation, gradient is 2. And how about y-intercept? Y-intercept is meaning of c. So question asks you about y-intercept is mean the question want to know about the value of c. And from this equation, very easy, for 5, 7 is y-intercept of this equation. Okay, this is question 4 and question 5. you got y equal to negative 1 multiply x plus 3. So the same thing, what is the gradient of this line and what is y-intercept of this one? Okay, so gradient will be equal to negative 1 and y-intercept equal to 3. That is value of m and c. Okay, after 5 example, I hope you can understand for this one. Yeah, a little bit more difficult. Look at this. Question 6. So how can you answer this question? 3x plus y equal to 5. The same question is gradient. What is the gradient of this line? And what is the y-intercept for this question? Much 1 minute for thinking more about this. Okay, the first question will ask you about gradient and y-intercept is very easy for determining because the form of this line is y equal to something plus something. But for this one, you have another form. The gradient only can be found by this form, y equal to mx plus c. But for this question, this form is different with this form. So the first task is changing from this form become to y equal to mx plus c form. So how can we do that? By algebra, it's very easy. You can see here, I will move 3x from left hand side to right hand side, and then I'm have this form. From this form, very easy, gradient will be negative 3 and y-intercept is 5. That is very easy, but we need more steps. The first step is you have to change from this form become to y equal to mx plus c form. So how can you recognizing faster about this form? You can see here y stand alone in one side, maybe left hand side or maybe the right hand side, but y have to be stand alone without number, without power or without anything. And after that, another side you will have x and a constant number. The number multiplied with x is gradient or m, and the constant number will be y-intercept or c. Okay, question 7. You got 3x plus 2y equal to 5. And the same question about gradient and y-intercept. How can you find? Okay, first step, I will change position negative 3x in right hand side. You have 5 here. Okay, we have problem about this one. A lot of my students will tell me gradient is negative 3 and c will be equal to 5. No, that's not the right answer. Because you can see here the number 2 multiplied by y in here. I need y stand alone. So how can I do that? I will divide both sides of this equation by 2. This one divided by 2, this one divided by 2, and this one divided by 2. For what? After this operation, I will have y stand alone. Because 2 divided by 2, you got 1 y or only y. And for this one, negative 3 over 2x and plus 2, 5 over 2. So after this step, I will have very easy for determine m equal to negative 3 divided by 2 and c will be 5 divided by 2. So question 6 and question 7 a little bit more harder than another question, but I think you can understand more. Okay, question 8. So what is the gradient and y-intercept for h linear equations? Okay, for question 8, I need to change form first. The form I will have here is y equal to negative 4x. I change position for x in right hand side, in left hand side become to move to right hand side, and 8 okay unchanged. So y stand alone. Okay, we done for the first step. So after this one, I will recognize the gradient of this equation is -4, and the y-intercept is mean the number c, constant number is 8. Question 9, a little bit harder. You will have 5y in here. I move -3x from left hand side to right hand side, become to 3x plus 5, and then divide both sides of this equation by 5. After this step, I'm got here is y, here is 3 over 5x, and this one is 1. 5 over 5 is 1. So what is m? 3 over 5, easy. And what is c? You got 1. You got 1. That's it. Okay. And the last question, we got question 10. Very easy, but how can you do this? 7. We got problem, and you should remember this example because this one is very interesting. You can see I'm got 3x in here. Okay, I move 3x from left hand side to right hand side. You determine -3x plus 7. But my question is, what is y? You will write down here is y or -y. The right answer is -y, because in the original equation you got negative here, so the negative will be the side of y. So I can change from negative become to nothing like this. This one is wrong answer, but this one is right answer. Write down negative in here. So for negative, how can you find m and c? You cannot write down m equal to -3 here and c equal to 7. No, because y does not stand alone. We have to change become to -y become to y. So very easy. I will divide this one by -1, divide this one by -1, and divide this one by -1. So from here, negative over negative, you got positive. So y divided by 1, you got only y. Another side, -3 divided by -1, you got 3x. 7 divided by -1, you got -7. So from here, we can sure that m equal to 3 and c equal to -7. Okay. The most important of this step is you have to carefully about negative of y or the negative side. Yeah, a lot of my students have problem about this one. Okay, let's check this out. 8x -2y equal to 8. Okay, so how can you find m and c? First one, remember here is -2y. I move this from left to right, become to -8x plus s, and after this I will divide by what? Divide by -2. -8x divided by -2, s divided by -2. So you got here is y plus 4, -4. This is negative, is not 4 only, it is -4, because plus 8 divided by -2, you got negative side of 4. So m equal to 4 now, and c equal to -4 now. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you can understand about the equation apply, how to determine the gradient or y-intercept. After this video, we have a lot of exercise, and don't forget finish this. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.